Absolutely do not pull your hand back. Any pulling motion will slow down the speed of the ball. It's like I am. This is what we call pulling the hand back. Yes, it's like you can feel it when I attack and pull my hand back, right? So when I generate spin, I should avoid pulling my hand back as well. Never pull your hand back, whether it's a forehand or backhand. This is how you come up. Just place it here. If you pull your hand back, you won't be able to generate spin on the ball. The angle you approach the ball should be like this. You're at this angle. Look, I place it here. Put it here. Place it here. You can't reach the ball after that. Do you see if it's slow? Once you apply force, it will go out. The rhythm is like me playing from the backcourt, blocking him while he plays. You pull me one. Everyone can see. I'm defending here. This is my speed. This is my speed. It's like you playing from the backcourt. You can't generate a heavy topspin ball for your opponent. So when we are in the upper position, we must avoid making large movements in our shots. I'm applying forward force at this point. Applying forward force at this moment. Do not pull your hand back. Everyone, let's emphasize this point. Do not pull your hand back. Exactly. Do not pull your hand back. This is the key point. Yes, it will help deepen everyone's impression. Right, because this push is incredibly useful. If you master the push well, you can really shine in the game. Then gradually work on other techniques step by step. Yes, 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 yes. It's just so useful. So everyone can start practicing without relying on power. Otherwise, he easily gets drowsy. Anyway, I feel a bit drowsy during class too. Being able to set aside time to learn properly. It's truly amazing to dedicate such valuable time as an adult to table tennis. I might not even be able to do that, but I hope everyone can connect with the content afterwards. Some people come in not knowing what to expect. That's right, without hitting. The second question is how to do it quickly. Small movements with to fix points. Fix the shoulder, fix the elbow. What does it mean to go slow? This is slow. It's similar to my punching movement. I switched to this punching style. The whole arm is shaking. Compared to your short punch, its speed is affected. Therefore, the power point isn't at the shoulder. The power point isn't at the elbow. Stabilize the shoulder, stabilize the elbow. There's no shoulder or elbow movement involved. At this stage, the shoulder and elbow shouldn't apply any force. Because many times when I do it, what happens? Let me demonstrate first, then we'll return to this. The elbow pushes forward. See, the elbow is pushing forward. Or when executing it, the shoulder and elbow move together. This affects the speed. Fixed shoulder, fixed elbow. This is the second element, and it's very important. Based on a fixed shoulder and fixed elbow. Everyone can also say fixed shoulder and fixed elbow. Based on a fixed shoulder and fixed elbow. What generates speed? Friction relies on the fingers and wrist. The speed comes from the forearm. So what does that compare to? For example, I place my phone here. The speed is slow. When I'm putting spin on the ball, it's like quickly picking it up. I need to execute the shot. Very decisive. This action needs to be quick. Many people say I'm afraid of the forehand. Your level will always stay at this foundation. You're just a skilled player. You're just making your movements more proficient. But you don't improve. This is our head coach. My head coach often says, if you don't let go of the old ways, you can only become skilled on the existing foundation. We don't train in any specific way. I just take some time to lose matches. Because when we lose matches, yes, the most remarkable. How did we miss that easy shot? So when we're facing difficulties, when we're delivering a shot, the fingers and wrist need to create the spin. The spin action should be minimal. The forearm is responsible for initiating the stroke. When your elbow is fixed, and it only requires this much movement is enough, and the ball will already be very powerful, and incorporate the initiation of the stroke. So the generation of speed relies on the moment the forearm makes contact with the ball. I'll demonstrate. Basically reaching this swing speed. You can't see the hand like this, but more like a shadow. It's swing speed. When it contacts the ball, accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Even if it goes out of bounds, it will have power. Right, focus on the shoulder and elbow. Accelerate, focus on the shoulder and elbow. Let me demonstrate. You see how I accelerate this table tennis ball. Why? Because my shoulder and elbow are stable. When I make contact with the ball, the harder I hit, the greater the control. The more relaxed I am, the lower the control. It becomes easier to make mistakes. So when we make contact with the ball, the movement of the forearm must be quick. What should you never do? Play slowly. This is called playing slowly. Your opponent will have time to attack you. Play slowly. Now, play fast. Play fast. You see, when you make contact with the ball, the entire arm should move from the serve to the ball release. The speed of the swing needs to increase, be faster. 1, 2. This speed must be quick. The fingers and wrists are responsible for generating friction. The forearm is responsible for acceleration. I believe your backspin serve should be enough to create the effect. Being fast makes it easier to make mistakes. You're always playing with a slow tempo. When you play fast, you might make mistakes for a month or two. Then you hit a great shot. Right? Yes? I don't have any equipment with me. You can look it up online. So, when you make contact with the ball, to generate strong friction and spin. So, the force of the forearm is directed downward and forward. 1, 2, 3. When holding the ball with your hand, the grip must be firm. Grip firmly, not loosely. Grip firmly, grip firmly. At this moment, grip firmly. So, when you exert force, the moment you make contact with the ball, apply force, apply force, apply force. Therefore, our forearm force isn't effective if it's too quick. I just mentioned something very important. After finishing the shot, racket head, racket head, racket head. Drive downward, racket head, drive downward. The force from the racket head driving downward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. At this point, don't exert force forward. If you push forward, the ball will still fly. It will still fly. Therefore, our point of force must be directed downward and forward. The racket head must come down. Let me show you an example. You can ask our students here, does the little teacher's shot spin? I personally think my push shot is truly my signature move. The speed of my slice is simply too quick to react. It's fast, urgent, and has a lot of spin. Fourth, the arc is low. When I execute the push, I always focus on the arc. My fingers and wrist must generate speed. Generate speed, accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Speed up your fingers and wrist. After you finish the stroke, the racket head must be directed towards the table. Directed towards the table. Directed towards the table. If you finish the stroke with a locked position, it will definitely be a high shot. Take out a few rackets. That's fine. Practice your touch. The braking isn't good. It should release a table tennis ball when it stops. But we didn't control this power. So it might hit the table, but its force is correct. Many people say, I'm afraid. My racket is fantastic. So when I execute a flick, I always do it this way. One of the students told me, I'm worried about hitting the table. I suggested we buy a protective edge and apply it. This way, our force is reduced. Only the balls that are flicked can do what? Be quick and sharp. We should aim high. High and slow, fellow players. We don't want to leave. Everyone wants to take a shot. He is targeting us. The key is to take the hits. The key is to hit us. So, the force must be directed downwards. You should be prepared. Direct movement, direct movement, direct movement. We will add a slight protective edge to prevent hitting the racket. Then, you need to practice this sensation. Once you have it, it becomes relatively much simpler. The generation of acceleration. Don't let go. Pay attention to your shoulders and elbows. The forearm is responsible for acceleration. I believe your ball control will improve significantly. Don't be afraid to take risks. Be bold in using your strength. Is that good? Dare? Dare to exert yourself. Dare to get your hands on it.
Read more about table tennis on my blog, PingSunday.com. Get free ebook and coaching advices. See you in the next video.